Hey guys, my name's Nick Sivrich. I'm a physical therapist, and I want to go over this week's question of the week. This week's question of the week is about numbness, and if it's normal, at times, and when it's not normal. And I get this question a lot, especially after surgery. Sometimes it's people that have, back surgery, shoulder surgery, whatever. And they'll have numbness in certain spots of their body. If it's their low back, sometimes they may have numbness somewhere in their leg. Others, they'll have numbness right around the incisional site. And, people will ask me, when's this numbness going to go away? I can't really feel. I was able to feel in this area before. And so let's use the low back, for instance. And in previous videos, I've gone over like different patterns that you have throughout your body, dermatome patterns, where the nerves kind of supply different areas of your body. And sometimes when you have surgery on your low back, sometimes people have numbness prior to surgery and that goes away. And other times people will have surgery and then they'll have some numbness somewhere. A lot of times, especially if it's in the leg, that will tend to, that comes on because, when they're in there, when the surgeon's in there, in their back, sometimes they irritate that nerve. Depending on what type of surgery they're doing, they're very close to those nerve roots, and they could irritate it, inflame it, and that could cause that to happen for a little while. Typically, nerves are the slowest things to start to heal itself. So it's different than a bone. Bones take 4 to 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, something like that, depending on the age of a person, but nerves for everyone take the absolute longest to heal. So sometimes when that happens after surgery, that could take 6, 8, 10, 12 months, sometimes a year and a half even, for that feeling to come back. But I usually tell people, the year and a half mark, whatever you have at that point, if it's still numb, it's probably not coming back. Incisional, whenever someone gets, say, a total knee replacement and they have a scar down their knee, or, even little incisions just on the shoulder from an arthroscopic surgery, those areas, they cut through more superficial nerves, kind of closer to the skin and through the muscles. And, those also will take a little bit of time. Those usually don't take as long, but most of the time, within the 6-month period, that area usually comes back. Now, the incision itself usually always feels funny. It's just like when if you cut yourself and you have a scab over top of that scab after it heals, sometimes you can't really feel right there. So over top of the incision, you'll probably never have like perfect feeling there, but all around it, if there's different patches that were numb after surgery, those will tend to come back around the 6-month period. It can take a year because, like I said, nerves take very long to heal. Other times you could have numbness prior to surgery. Obviously that's not normal. Anytime you have numbness, from an injury or whatever, you want to get that taken, someone to take a look at that as soon as you can, because you don't want to let that go too long. Because like I said, when a nerve gets damaged, when it's irritated, it takes very long to heal. And sometimes if it damages too much, it may never come back. It can cause weakness and things like that. So numbness from surgery, sometimes it can be normal, but other times it isn't. So, get that checked out if you have it. I hope that helped. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me, Nick Sivrich, nicksivrichpt@gmail.com, and follow me on all my social media. I usually put out pretty decent content for you guys to follow. So take care, guys. Have a good week.